The quality of relationships, both personal and business, is set on the cornerstone of trust. Trust is a product of integrity, competence, concern, and dependability. As we begin a new series on trust, let's unpack the idea of integrity. When people say integrity is what you do when no one is watching, it's an important but incomplete idea. Integrity is also about what you do in public. It includes real motives behind your private and public actions. Professor Ian Arman believes integrity has a much deeper meaning.
To have integrity means to have something, some kind of way of behaving or way of acting which you are committed to, which is somehow the essence of your being. So it's not just something that you feel is right or good or desirable, but it's something which is constitutive of who you are, and that if you were to betray it, if you were to do something different from it, it would almost cause you not to be. So that's how I understand integrity, as some kind of commitment to an essence inside of you, something which is vital to your own identity and to your own sense of self.
Yes, integrity is the essence for success in relationships. The root word of integrity is the Latin word integer, or a whole number. Similarly, we cannot split integrity into fractions of thoughts, word, and actions. Integrity is to ensure they're all in sync.
Integrity for me is a very simple thing. It's about being honest about my thoughts, being honest with my feelings, being honest with my action. Integrity is about being honest with God, being honest with other people, and being honest with myself. Integrity for me is about not being Machiavellian. In other words, ends do not justify the means. That how we do things in many ways is just as important as what we do. And integrity is about not only what we achieve, but how we do it. Integrity is about being inspired by the life of Jesus in what we see him think, feel, and do in the Gospels today. So, integrity is about being truly honest in our life with each other and with God.
Yes, integrity is about consistency, honesty, and the act of living it out every day. We build trust by our everyday integrity, which is our response to the integrity tests we encounter in the ordinary business of our daily lives. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus presents several examples of how in our personal lives we fail every day in integrity tests. Let me share two common ones. First, is our charity done in a way that everyone notices it? If yes, we fail the integrity test, as our motive is self-glorification. Instead, Jesus advises us in his famous words, "When you give to the needy, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." Similarly, Jesus questioned the public display of piety, like praying in street corners or outside temples. Is our motive to get attention and the praise of people for our piety, or to communicate with God? Jesus again suggests we pray in private, preferably a locked room, and only God being the other person with us. Moving from our personal life to the work life, let's look at 3 everyday integrity tests we face that can grow or shrink the trust and relationships we have with colleagues, customers, and ultimately with God. Firstly, keeping commitments. When dealing with customers, do we overpromise and underdeliver? If we do, then we can be certain that Jesus will call us out the way he did when Peter overpromised his unwavering loyalty. Jesus tells Peter, "Before the cock crows twice, you will deny me thrice." When it comes to commitments, it's better to err on the side of keeping commitments. In customer service, we teach under-promise and over-deliver. Companies that follow this principle enjoy a sustainable competitive advantage. Secondly, admit mistakes and take responsibility to correct it. Early in the Bible, Eve does not admit her mistake and blames the serpent. Soon after, Adam takes no responsibility for what he did and passes the buck to Eve. We haven't changed very much since those days. But people who do admit mistakes and take responsibility to restore losses stand out in the world of business, like Zacchaeus, who experienced salvation when he admitted to Jesus he had cheated people and promised to repay them. Companies that have voluntarily accepted mistakes in product quality and recalled and replaced them have increased customer trust and loyalty. Another area is in giving credit where it is due. Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, introduced the window and mirror phenomenon that he discovered among great leaders. Such leaders look out of the window to ensure due credit is given to the people other than themselves in times of success. But when things go poorly, they look in the mirror and take the blame and full responsibility themselves. How about us? In our very competitive workplaces, do we win this integrity test? There are other integrity tests we daily face in business. Following or twisting rules for convenience? Do we treat all people with respect or have biases? Do we stand up for what's wrong when things are inconvenient, or do we make convenient compromises to protect our jobs? May God enable us to think and act with integrity and embrace whatever is true, right, pure, lovely, and admirable in our personal and work lives. God bless you.